hip hop and R&B.
The only station.
For hip hop and R&B.
ATL's Next 100.
Hey. It's just me today on this beautiful Wednesday. It's cold out here in Atlanta, but we are okay. Shout out to Just Jada. She's graduating today, so can we get hand claps for her, Nick? Yes, congratulations, Jada. We miss you. And Jaleesa, shout out to you too, Jaleesa. So today we got a whole lot. Bow Wow and 106 in Park, that made me making a comeback. Joel Osteen, we gonna get into you because you're not a real pastor and you're using the word to get money, and we don't like that. So let's get into it. Young Miami from the City Girls bought her mom a new home, and apparently she bought her a 2021 G63. Are you into cars, Nick?
Nope.
Okay, well, we got to look into that car. We know it's expensive. Let's just say that. We know it's very expensive. And congratulations to Young Miami. Spending that money on your parents instead of men. And, congratulations to you. So someone on Twitter said that Sweetie's nose looks like she got it done. I don't know what this picture looks like. Sweetie, the contour does get kind of, crazy, but she said that she didn't get any work done, that it's all just makeup, and that's okay. What you do with your body is what you do with your body. Getting botched nowadays is what we do. So stay out of Sweetie's business, pretty much. Danny Leia, am I saying her name right? I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Sorry, Jada. I know you love Danny Leia. She purchased her new home for her family in the Dominican Republic. I saw that on Instagram. The house is beautiful. Congratulations to you, because finally something positive out there besides you and the baby. We're tired of hearing about y'all, but thank you. That was good. Bow Wow, he shared on Twitter that he wants to bring back 106 in Park. I don't know how I feel about this. Nick, you've never probably watched 106 in Park. Have you heard of it? Yes? No? Okay, well, no. It's okay. You've heard of MTV, right?
Of course.
Okay, then TRL and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just like that kind of, but it celebrates black music, black art, black movies, stuff like that. He wants to put it in Atlanta, but the pandemic hit, so we can't really have a live audience now. Hopefully Tyler Perry picks that up because he got money out here in Atlanta and he's doing big things. Joel Osteen receives 4.4 million federal PPP loans, and he may not be required to pay them back, and I think that is messed up. Like, you are $1 billion or $1 million church now. You don't need the money. Like, there's no reason why you are getting PPP loans, and that just shows the glitch in our government. But yeah, did you hear? You know who Joel Osteen is too, right?
No.
Okay.
I know nothing.
Well, he's a pastor out in Dallas. He's famous for those big world churches. I'm sure you've seen those on TV where they preach the word and all that. I don't know how true Joel Osteen is. I don't personally like him, but he shouldn't have got a PPP loan. He's not struggling at all. HBO honors Dave Chappelle because his show is taking off all streaming platforms. He had that messy deal with Netflix, and now HBO is going to honor him and get his stuff off streaming platforms, which is good. Pay black people for their work. We need it. So yeah, what do you think so far, Nick? Without everyone being here, you got to engage with me.
I'm still
waking up.
Yeah.
Waking up. It's okay. So we're going to come and do a little break, and then we'll come right back, and we'll get into more messy news. I'm ChelleyRene, and you're listening to Next Now on ATL's Next 100.
Hey guys, it's Anik.
Enrica.
Alex.
And Andreetta. Next news. We have
Sports.
Local news.
And your inspiration.
traffic and more. Weekdays, 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time here on ATL's Next 100 and Next 105 on the IDX Radio Network.
Next 100.
Stand up, get it pop right now.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B.
You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100.
Hey, we're back. We're going to get into hits. Is that okay with you, Nick? Okay. So today we have Kid Cudi, album Man on the Moon 3, and it's officially out. I'm not a big fan of Kid Cudi, but I hope it's good. I will be listening. Lakia, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but Lakia came out with a new song called Female Goat, and it's featuring the City Girls. I'm definitely going to go listen because I am a City Girl fan. I love City Girls. Frito Bang released his new single, Big Steppa, featuring Sada Baby. Sada Baby has really been putting out some good stuff lately. Like, ever since he did that song with Nicki Minaj, I'm loving that. It gives me real Florida vibes. I love it. Chance the Rapper came out with a new Christmas album, Merry Christmas, Little Mama, the gift that keeps on giving. Who were you calling Little Mama? Your kids? I saw a little snippet on Instagram, but that's a weird name for an album. Shout out to Jaleesa. Her favorite song on the album is Who's to Say, featuring Jeremiah, and we will be playing that later, so you guys can hear that. Earth Gang came out with a new hit, Beautiful Life, featuring King Hoodie. And Nile Chopper released his new music video for his newest single, Jiggin', which we also will be playing in the next break. So let's get into that. Frito Bang, Big Steppa, we're going to play that now. No, we're not going to play it? Okay, well, we'll play it in a few minutes. So I guess we'll get into afternoon tea. So Queen Naja a couple days ago made a Twitter post about a lot of men forgetting to loving their child and respecting their child's mother. What do you think? No? You don't want to answer that question? It's okay. So, I don't have kids, so I can't really comment on anybody's child, but I mean, it takes two to make a kid, so you gotta have some type of responsibilities. Actually, I'm not gonna comment on this because I don't have kids and I don't feel comfortable talking about somebody else's child. So, afternoon tea question. Nick, my question to you is, with this whole COVID thing, we already had one person take the new shot and everything like that. Would you take the shot?
Take the shot for COVID.
Yes.
Personally, that's a difficult question, honestly, because my bigger concern with it is not necessarily the whole government thing, because what's funny is that there was a company in Germany. Pfizer, as you heard. Yeah. They're in Germany.
Yeah.
They were the ones who developed it. They've been developing it for a good minute now.
Yeah.
It's not new at all. And then America decided to also try to develop their own.
Yeah. Which didn't work at all.
No.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm less concerned about it. Because if it was America, making their own thing, and then they were giving us what they had developed. Yeah. Look what we did. I'd be like, oh, no, thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
But you don't think it's weird that we're taking a drug from a German?
No.
Scientist? You don't think so? That's still foreign. Well, it's still foreign objects in your body.
Honestly, I prefer because it's not just Germany, but it's the company's based in Germany, but it's like a multinational thing. Yeah. I would be more concerned if it was strictly U.S. drug. I'd be way more concerned. Yeah. Honestly, because I'm not super concerned about what it would be. I'd be more concerned about how it would affect me, simply in that it's doing its job and it would give you mild symptoms, and I'd be like, I wouldn't want that, but
Yeah, personally, I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah.
I did hear that for traveling, they are gonna make you require it, which I think is not gonna work. They're just gonna do positive or negative tests. But we will see. Still wear your mask.
I will say that.
Wash your hands.
I can't say that I expect it to work. I don't think they expect it to work either. I feel like they're just more concerned about getting more tests out there.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're just not going to have a whole lot of people, because it's a political thing now for some reason.
Yeah. And I've been hearing that we are going to go, well, obviously once our president-elect gets in office, we're going to go into quarantine, which I'm excited about. I want to get into quarantine. I feel like in Atlanta it's just getting crazier and crazier.
I will say I'm not excited for quarantine.
Why? I like quarantine.
Because the government won't help us either.
True. That's
the
downside.
Before.
Yeah.
They won't help us again.
Yeah. That's the downside. But
I mean, the state governments, like half state governments didn't even do it because they wanted to see, like, look, our Republican governments did so much better. Our economy is so much better here. You got, like, how many people did you see the Florida? In Florida, there was a scientist that used to be like the head scientist, like on reporting the numbers. Have you seen this? Have you seen what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where she basically, the government told her to stop reporting. They fired her because she was reporting the numbers, and they were like trying to influence. She said, "No, these are the actual numbers," and so they fired her. And then so she just went home and kept reporting the actual numbers.
Yeah.
Because, and they raided her house, guns drawn, pointed at her family, and took all of her electronics, every single one of her electronics.
Yeah, that's crazy. And what was her nationality?
I think she was just white. There's no nationality thing. There's nothing about that. It was just.
I just wanted to know. I mean, I know there's nothing to do with that. I just wanted to know what she was, just so.
She was just a head scientist. That's all. Yeah.
Either way, that's crazy, and I hope we get this under control soon because it's scary. I'm okay with wearing my mask though for a really long time. It doesn't really bother me.
I'm good with the mask, but the problem is that it's not so much. It's just the fact that if we do go into quarantine again, there will be another economic crash. I will not deny that.
Yeah, of course.
We all know that. The whole debate has been whether this economic crash will be worth it in saving the lives.
Yeah, we all know that.
The fact of the matter is that we've already been forced to take one of the two options. We can't go back and choose the first one again. So we have to, live with the consequences that have been the consequences of the choices that have been made for us. Unfortunately, as it is, because the U.S. government is not. There's one thing that I think a lot of people don't realize, that I think a lot of people are recognizing from both sides of the aisle, that no matter what party you vote for, whoever got up there had to stop caring about you to get up there. So they don't care about you. It's not their priority, and there's numerous different statistics I could go after. There's so much different stuff.
How old are you, Nick?
19.
Okay, I'm glad that you have a perspective like that, because not a lot of men or just people in general at age of 19 have a perspective like that or see it like that. They're more like, I don't care.
It's so much easier to see one person doing something bad and say, I don't like that you're doing that bad, and you're like, good. That's exactly what you should be thinking. I don't like that person's doing bad things. But you can't use that as an excuse to say, I'm with you. I don't like this bad person, even though they're just doing the same thing. It's
you have a good perspective on how you see things in life and like.
I mean, it's just
really
frustrating because, and you'll see a bunch of stuff because it's easy to find stuff on Trump doing bad stuff because he's doing bad stuff all the time. Nobody's denying that. But then you also see stuff that like Biden did this bad thing, and you're like, of course he did. I'm not shocked at all.
Are you voting in the runoff elections?
Of course I am.
Okay,
of course I am. I'm not gonna. The thing is that despite
everyone get out and vote. If you're in Georgia, vote for the runoff elections. Last day to vote is what, January 5th?
Yeah.
Yep.
Despite the fact that I don't believe that either party actually cares about me, the only reason that I would want to vote for Democrat is because they at least don't have the good old boys mentality where if you're in, you're in. They're constantly fighting each other. So I'd rather have that where you're able to see the problems aired out in front of you versus the Republican Party where they all keep it closed behind doors because they're all like an actual group. They're cohesive, and I don't like that.
I understand you. it's a lot. Government is a lot. I'm honestly, I'm tired of talking about it, but
I mean,
it's all around us. And now that we're going through a generation
year
of change, things, I hope just things get better for everyone. Especially the people, the West Coast is in quarantine right now. They're shut down.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, especially considering like the areas that are in quarantine.
Yeah. Hopefully that they help us out somehow. If Joel Osteen can get 4.4 million, then we have it somehow.
I can tell you why he got 4.4 million.
I know.
Because he doesn't pay taxes.
Yeah, exactly. And the article was saying that that churches never get paid out. Like, they never get any type of support from the government. And it's because they're a nonprofit making a profit. Yeah, which is a nonprofit organization.
They don't pay taxes because they're churches, which is just how it is.
But Joel Osteen didn't need the money. He didn't need it at all. His church is fine. Give it to a local church.
Color me shocked that somebody with money asked for more money from the federal government so that
they
could keep
making money. But here's the thing. He didn't ask for it. They just gave it to him. And now they're saying he might not have to pay it back, which is crazy. Because any other regular American, if they get a loan, they have to pay it back. But because it's Joel Osteen and he has all this money.
I promise you he asked for it, because they're always asking for it. And like, he asked for it in a way that you didn't expect him to actually answer.
His reasoning, I didn't say this, but his reasoning was, if God wanted him to have 40 million, there was a reason, which I don't agree with. You can't put religion into something like that.
That's not even religiously correct.
But that's what he said. That's what he said. God wanted him to have 40 million for a reason. That's why he has it.
So do you remember? Here's the thing.
Which is very selfish.
I grew up in a not super religious family, but I grew up with a mom who was like really in a Catholic household. So of course I had to go to church every day. So I have kind of the rundown on basic stuff like that. Do you know why Adam and Eve, what happened when they ate the apple?
Yeah.
That was free choice. Mm-hmm. So they got sent out of Eden because now they have free choice.
Yeah.
God can't force you to say or do anything. Mm-hmm. And every action that you'll see as a result of another human making a decision is not force of God, but more so of that's simply man. And that God is basically saying, okay, whatever happens there, I can't control that.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
That's what the whole, deal is with the Bible and heaven and all that. Mm-hmm.
See, let's not get too deep into religion because I'm not.
That doesn't
I'm not
make
religious,
sense to say
but
40 million is because of God.
Yeah.
Like whose 40 million is that, by the way? Whose 40 million is that? It's not yours.
Right. It's
ours.
Taxpayers.
It's
40
ours.
million. But you can also say that about businesses that have received the federal funding, for corporate. You know how the little loan that's supposed
corporate
to go to small
bailouts.
business. Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff that should have went to the small businesses instead of a corporation. Like, there's no reason why Buffalo Wild Wings, for example, let's say if they did get something, they should be getting bailed out. They're a chain. Let's give it to something
airlines
local.
Got really bailed out. They literally, subsidize airlines.
Oh,
all airlines.
Yeah.
We subsidized them for so long. And the thing is that my dad's a pilot.
Uh-huh.
And So
is he working right now? Or
Yep. He never stopped working. The thing is that he's a pilot and I'll tell you just a little bit about it just because we got time to kill and I might as well. So my dad was a pilot for MD-88, which was an older 80s, 90s class of airplane. A lot of hydraulics, pretty robust, where the wiring was actual wiring. It was basically an analog kind of plane that flew, and it was just meant to fly between states and stuff. It would never go across the ocean.
Gotcha.
Unless it was a Gulf or whatever.
Okay.
And so they retired him off that plane, put him on an A220, which is like the iPhone kind of a plane, because now it's a different manufacturer, it's a different whole thing. So he's had to go through a whole training process again. Mm-hmm. He's gone right back down to the lower ring of experienced pilots on that thing, because it's always hierarchy. But his big thing that he was talking to me about is that, are you aware that they have pilot unions?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
It's kind of why, a protection type thing.
Because they were trying to get pilots flying out there for 20 hours on end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without sleep.
Yeah.
The the way that any airline treats its pilots, to me, is disgusting.
Yeah.
It is like you are
I
not
couldn't
even
imagine
human anymore.
being in the airline industry in the pandemic. Like, just being a regular civilian is hard, but
I mean, he only got like less flights because there was less planes out.
Yeah.
But I mean, he didn't stop flying because, of course, you know.
Yeah.
But so what happened? What Delta, which is the flight, because the reason I live in Atlanta is because Atlanta is the Delta headquarters. And
yeah.
Dad flies there, so we moved here, and Atlanta, and as far as I'm aware, like almost all the other airlines that did this, has basically for the past 10 years, since like the 2008 crash, right? For the past 10 years, they've had, profit every single quarter. And so when they get that profit, they basically use it to buy back their own stocks.
Yeah.
So that they say, so that they use their profit, and then they reduce that profit by buying stocks, physical shares and stuff.
And it's funny that you're saying all this because this whole pandemic broke all of that down. Like, the news has been all over the airline industry and been breaking everything down about all of this. So I'm glad that we got some real insight on it. It's not just made up belief.
Here's the thing is, like, they were saying because your a big portion of what corporate taxes, corporate taxes are double tax. They're taxed also on profit. And so they want to reduce that profit as much as possible.
Yeah.
So they do that in buying back stocks, doing all that stuff. And so that not only in buying back stocks, it increases the, higher ups bonus pay, people who like CEOs who are paid on bonus of stocks. Yeah. Because they are raising the stocks artificially.
Speaking of stocks, I just bought a stock yesterday it was actually Pfizer's.
Really?
Yeah. It was going for $43 a share, and I bought it because
I can't say that's something that I would do.
I mean,
because I can see this being a very much a Bitcoin-esque
I can see why people, when I was talking about it, why people were like, why would you do that? But
I can see why you would do that.
That's what these millionaires are doing, so why can't I do that?
Are you telling me millionaires are smart with their money?
They're not smart with their money, but a lot of them have made their money from stocks. And now that the market is low enough to where people can afford it, why not invest a little bit of gas money into it?
My issue with it isn't that I'm against people investing in stocks, period. It's that I don't think it's a smart time now, just because everything is just so...
But it's never the right time. You can say that. It's never the right time to buy a stock. But if it's low enough to where... I know, don't get me wrong. I'm not going out and buying like Google. Because obviously Google is way out of my price range. But if something is low enough, like I said, gas money, I can put money towards that just for one little share. Yeah. And if a dividend it comes back to $3, okay, that's $3 I'm going to put back into whatever, I mean, I can't cash it out, obviously, but I'm going to keep it in there and I'm going to let it do its thing. And I'm sorry. It's low now, but it's going to shoot up.
I just remembered my friend, this friend that I haven't talked to in a long time, that basically I used to be really close friends with him, and then we just kind of like grew apart. And one day, like a month ago, he just texted me out of the blue and said, "Hey, you should buy this stock." Yeah. And I went, "What?" And it wasn't even like it wasn't like a Pfizer, and it was like Tesco, or something like that. Yeah. It was like a really obscure stock.
It's crazy that I found things that I don't even know. Like, I didn't even know this existed, or I didn't even know there was a stock for this. But I look at it as anything that you have an iPhone. Look into an Apple stock. You use Spotify. Look into Spotify's stock. Just little things that I use. That's how I got to kind of learn, because anybody can tell you anything and it just doesn't sound right. Like, you have to go actually research and look at it yourself. So that's what I just did.
My whole thing is that I'm not personally a fan of stocks, just the idea of stocks in general. I'm not like saying we shouldn't do stocks at all. They're bad. We should get rid of them. The idea that so many people are making their living off of the investments and stuff and not actually working anything, not actually providing societal value, which is all the stuff that.
We can't say that people aren't, because people are.
Well, I mean,
tech industry is really big right now. There's a lot of tech
What I mean by that is this: like, a lot of people always like to deal with like minimum wage. People will always say they should be paid like that amount because they don't provide a whole lot of societal value, you know. And I always laugh at that because like so many millionaires aren't. Right? So many millionaires are just being millionaires because they keep putting money into the tumbling machine of stocks and getting money back.
But there's also, you have to give credit to the people that are, though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we should get rid of it because it is an actual asset, but I still don't like it nonetheless.
Yeah. It's definitely not a good game to play. Like, it's very... No. It was created for people that have those evil minds that just want to, you know, not help others out and just be greedy. Like, it was definitely for that. But I want my piece of it too. If you're going to utilize me and use me, then I'm going to do the same thing and possibly use you too.
Me not using it isn't going to stop
you don't know me, and I don't know you, millionaire,
but
I'm going to take your money if you're going to take mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. Do you want to go to a small little break first? Okay, so we're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back. This is ChelleyRene on Next Now, ATL's Next 100.
Homegirl Taryn Simone,
Latoria G,
and Miss Caprice.
We're here to tell you about our hot new show, Next Now, Weekend Edition.
With segments like Giving You the Business and Whoop Child. Tune in every Saturday and Sundays, 10 to 12 on Atlanta's Next 100.
Right here on IBNX Radio Network.
Our community, our station.
Atlanta's home for hip-hop and R&B. ATL's Next 100.
Ain't that DJ Chose over there? Look like DJ Chose.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Yeah, I'm big stubborn. I hear all them threats, but I don't never feel no pressure. Yeah, me without the Draco, just like salt without the pepper. 10,000 and a chain of turning to a stepper. Yeah, I'm big five. Yeah, send them youngins at you, you can run, but you can't hide. Murder, but ain't never did a crime. You know you not thuggin' while you trying.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Yeah, pull it out my pocket like I'm reaching for my cell phone. Did it with my man, so who the f*** you about to tell on? Blasting in the zipper, we ain't talking about no headphones. Yeah, I got 5. Yeah, put it on your cousin, cause that ain't worth the dime. Yeah, when I'm in the city, tell him to stay inside. Just like Melly, I got murder on my mind.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Yeah, I'm big stubborn. I hear all them threats, but I don't never feel no pressure. Yeah, me without the Draco, just like salt without the pepper. 10,000 and a chain of turning to a stepper. Yeah, I'm big five. Yeah, send them youngins at you, you can run, but you can't hide. Screaming murder, but ain't never did a crime. You know you not thuggin' while you trying.
Hold up. No, he slimy ain't my kind. That's on God. I got Drakes, got 4 fast. On that type of time, 2 shots flip your rack, 10 more in they laugh. Look at outside, he don't care about his life. We gon' send him home, that's what he wants. Scary sight. Scuba in the cup with double cups of extra pipes. I'm scoping, I'm sniping, and I got on all my ice. Do it.
Yeah, I'm big stubborn. I hear all them threats, but I don't never feel no pressure. Yeah, me without the Draco, just like salt without the pepper. 10,000 and a chain of turning to a stepper. Yeah. I'm big five. Yeah, send them youngins at you, you can run, but you can't hide. Screaming murder, but ain't never did a crime. You know you not thuggin' while you trying.
Yeah. Don't just take your clothes off. Take the problems off. Take the armor off. Take all the drama off. Let go of your responsibilities you've been holding down. Know it's a lot on your mind, but I need your focus now. I need that. Yeah. I give you that. Yeah. That conversation, yeah, you see my body language.
Bring that body to me. Baby, come closer, closer. Bring you to me. Oh yeah.
Stuff I'm on it. And yeah, your lips taste so sweet. Girl, talking body to body, cheek to cheek. Stuff I'm on it. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
Yeah, look, I know. I had people in my circle, but they wasn't in my corner. I had people in my business, but they didn't support it. They took advantage of me like they supposed to do at their moments. Everything you didn't do, but coulda did if you wanted. Working overtime, it's time I could be taking you down. Rich, gotta quit acting like these niggas don't want my place when I ain't around. Even though niggas ain't threats. I know if I don't live with you, I gotta live with regret. I might walk in while you showering, hit you in your shower cap, you gripping on the towel rack. I'm busting while you bust back in the bathtub, pouring champagne on that ass like I'm Dame Dash. Got dirt in your last nigga, rule with his lame ass.
Baby, come closer, closer, bring it to me. Oh yeah, baby, I'll give you ecstasy. Baby, come closer, closer, bring it to me. Conversation, can you speak my body language? I ain't got no time to waste, you got me losing patience. I can't wait to get you over here and get you naked. I'm about to ride that, it's so crazy, I might break it. I'm so show me something, body to body, cheek to cheek. So for more, bring that body to me. Baby, come closer, closer, bring it to me. Come closer, closer, bring it to me. Ooh, yeah.
Girl, talking body to body, cheek to cheek. Stuff I'm on it. And yeah, your lips taste so sweet. Girl, talking body to body, cheek to cheek. Stuff I'm on it.
In the city, a murder man with narcotics. We got enough problems. Now it's time for that.
Hey, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed that. What you heard was Frito Bang Big Steppa and NLE Choppa Jiggin. Shout out to Jaleesa. Thank you for that music. I enjoyed it. I don't know about you, Nick, but I enjoyed it. I've never really heard of either one of them, or I've never heard their music before. So that was really enjoyable. It wasn't too, it was a little bit my style, but it wasn't too much. Let's just say that. Do you have any conversation starters for us? No? Okay, well, I got one for you. So with everything going on in the world, what do you do to relieve stress? Nick?
Sorry, I was just grabbing something up. What do I do to relieve stress?
Yes. That's realistic. People need things that are realistic. Besides playing video games and,
I'm not a super interesting person, I guess.
You don't work out or anything?
No, I just kind of go between playing video games, chilling, and then making music. Because lately I've actually been doing a lot of, I've been trying to get myself to like sit down like at my computer and work on a song for like an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Even after, the creative like burst of energy has left me, just try to get stuff done, because I'm also having to try to figure out how to mix and how to write and how to do all this different stuff, because I'm not only just doing rock, because I've actually been working a lot on getting good guitar sounds, getting good drum sounds, getting good.
So you can do everything. Do you want to branch out eventually?
Well, I mean, I've started, because what I'm using is FL Studio, and FL Studio is basically known for its the best genre of music that can utilize, FL Studio best is like EDM.
Okay.
Because a lot of it's MIDI based, a lot of it's like synth stuff. You can really get into there and a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ableton and like Reaper and stuff is for like live audio recording.
Yeah.
Because you can save it and it won't like create a giant file on your computer somewhere.
Yeah.
In like the backlogs of like the app data files and stuff. So I've actually originally was starting to use FL Studio with like a lot of EDM stuff. I was doing a lot of like, I have a friend who's like doing they're trying to do like some sort of show recently just to get a lot of people, a lot of music out there. Some people who are like aren't really known. And a lot of the genre that my friend's in and a lot of the people who are in there is something called breakcore.
Okay.
I don't know have you ever heard of that before?
No.
All right. Well, it's basically more of a
short version.
Yeah, it's more of a like late 2010s ish, early 2010s, late 2000s music genre that's like, if you know what the amen break is, right?
No.
Well, it's something really way back in the funk era.
Okay.
There was a break in a song
by
Amen Brother.
Okay.
And the break sounded really good. The break was just a person playing a drum beat. It was just a drum in the song. It just went solo drum.
Yeah.
And so then that was sampled by hip hop artists. And I promise you've heard the Amen break in songs before.
Okay. We just never knew what it was.
Well, I mean,
okay.
Nobody who if you don't look into like a song deeper, you won't know what it is. But if you look into songs like deeper like that at all, you will know the Amen break. And so an actual genre of music has kind of a lot of genres of music actually has spawned off of sampling that one drum break as well as many other breaks that are like it.
Yeah, or just music in general. A lot of artists sample.
I'll see if I can find you some like I'll see if I can find you the Amen break actually.
Yeah.
But it's actually, you know what? When you're solo, I'll look it up right quick. Okay,
so with you doing music and stuff like that, have you thought about branching out to any other genre besides rock?
I mean, I trying to do both rock as well as like whatever EDM I happen to create.
Okay.
Because I'm not actually kind of with the EDM area. I'm trying to like not restrict myself so much with genres of music and just do what I think sounds good.
Yeah.
Which I'm finding out is really abstract and really changes a lot from song to song.
Yeah. And I'm not big into EDM music, but I hear a lot of it.
Yeah.
I've noticed that they use a lot of hip hop music to mix with their songs.
And stuff like breakcore is kind of like the convergence of hip hop and EDM. But then also in the same vein, breakcore's in the other direction as well because it's super eclectic.
We should play an EDM song just so people can
I'll see if I can find
So would DJ Marshmello be included in EDM?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only one I know.
EDM
really.
is just electronic music that was created on a computer.
Oh, okay.
That's just my definition of it.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to get into like more specifics,
like all the raves and stuff, like
all the raves,
the Daisy Festival,
also kind of like the stuff that you
Vegas.
listen to like while you're doing your workout. Or
whatever.
Okay. It's like such a huge. That's why I'm like trying to not specifically, but also a lot of. I was just trying to. There's also another song that I've been working on. I've been putting a lot of effort into because it's majority of it is on mixing, just to learn to mix.
Yeah.
Is actually rap.
Okay.
But also rap, but EDM because again, I do what I want.
Yeah.
I think it sounds cool.
That's cool.
Doesn't sound cool because it's just kind of it sounds a lot like. Have you ever heard anything? Have you ever heard the app GarageBand? You've seen it?
Yeah.
Have you heard that meme where it's just like a bunch of random sounds that someone's like, look at my beat? It's like it's like super.
Are you on TikTok?
No.
Okay, good. I was just asking because a lot of people are using TikTok for music now too, so just wondering.
I don't.
I'm not a TikTok person either.
I was listening to you guys talking about TikTok influencing the music industry. I was like kind of thinking, it's not. I personally don't think TikTok's having that much of a broader influence, but I think it does specifically in the more narrower area where you guys are talking about, where you guys are concerned with, like the new rappers and this like
because
this
the new thing nowadays is to go viral and,
and
put a video on TikTok. Yeah.
And have you heard the band Nickelback?
Yeah.
You've seen all the jokes about them? Do you know why they're hated?
No.
Because they focused so heavily on making music that would chart well.
Yeah.
Instead of actually sounding cool.
Yeah. Well, and then people use that for platforms like TikTok to make jokes out of them, and then it blows them up. That's how they make the money. So in the same time, like, it's a genius thing to do. It's just a new form of branding.
Everybody hates Nickelback, but they're still making a lot of money.
Yeah. Like, okay, for example, I was at a Christmas party last night, and they played one of the songs that's really popular on TikTok, and everyone started doing the TikTok dances, except me, because I don't know the TikTok dances. But I'm just like, that's what's taking over. Everyone's doing that now. You've been in quarantine for so long. It's like, oh, look, I can do this on TikTok, or I can do this, you know? And it's crazy because it kind of reminds me of Vine.
Yeah, that's
Remember Vine?
That's what I was thinking that, like, there was a brief period of time where Vine was... I always love how Vine was this new cool thing.
Yeah.
And everybody was doing like Tom Sanders stuff where there was actual celebrities.
Yeah.
And then there was a long section of like Vine darkness where nobody actually talked about dark. But everything in that time period is all the stuff that we love now.
Yeah.
Because immediately after that, then there was a big kind of a boost in Vine popularity where it was back to the celebrities, and then Vine shut down.
Yeah.
And now everybody's sifting through the dark ages and finding pure gold.
I think Vine was just, once Vine collapsed, TikTok came, and that just was like an advanced version of Vine.
And like do you remember,
crazy.
Do you remember Flappy Bird?
These tech people are geniuses. I wish I could come up with an app.
Do you remember Flappy Bird? The Flappy Bird?
Yeah.
Vine and Flappy Bird I think are so similar because what they did is they completely reshaped a pop culture ideal and completely created out of nowhere a specific desirable idea in people that hadn't been thought of before, but then suddenly disappeared, which created so much competition but also so much division as well. It's so weird because you were on top of the world and then Vine disappeared, and now we're all like, we want Vine back, but we don't want, whatever is going to come to pretend to be Vine.
Yeah. Which is now TikTok, so...
Yeah, and I remember there was also this other app...
I don't know what app is going to top TikTok.
You know what's funny is that there was this app literally briefly directly before TikTok actually became a thing called Byte. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before. BYTE, Byte. And it was essentially literally just TikTok.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how it didn't get big because it was good. It was really nice. I really liked it.
But I mean, I don't know how they blow up, but I just know it takes one person to kind of make. It's kind of like that Clubhouse app. Like, I heard about it when it was people were posting on their Instagram. They're like, "Oh, there's this new app, but we don't want to tell anybody what it was." Yeah. But I knew eventually it was gonna blow up. So like, I definitely want to go check it out just because I hear that Clubhouse is a good networking app, but. It's crazy how it's just little. It just takes one little thing.
It's like LinkedIn too.
Yeah, and it just blows up. Yeah.
And it's funny.
We need to get into not invest, but get into some tech because these tech industries are taking over. I don't know if you also heard. You've heard of Southwest by Southwest or something like that?
No.
The music festival?
Nope.
Okay, well, they promote like indie artists. They help artists or undiscovered artists that get their music up, teach them different ropes of how to deal with the music industry, stuff like that. But they are now doing it, I guess, virtually or through an app. And Atlanta's big on that. Atlanta, it's going to be here now. A lot of the tech entrepreneurs have been. You know what's funny to me? Hopping on that bandwagon.
Is that like, I wanted for it's. I haven't been into music for like a brief. I've been into music for like years now, since like middle school. I've been actually putting a lot of effort into creating music and getting good at music. And for years, I've tried to find people who are into the same genres of music as me, who are able to play with the same music as me.
Yeah.
and no one around here plays the music I want to.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that like I think like
you got to branch out.
Well, originally I was thinking like, oh, Atlanta's just not a good music spot.
No.
But I feel like it's even worse thing is that music is actually a huge music scene, but just for the wrong genre of music.
Yeah. You won't
it's like,
but it's crazy you say that because it's different genres, but they all use the same genres. Like I'm sure hip hop artists have taken some type of rock music or some, something from a rock song to make their song.
Oh yeah, but like
that's just how,
my biggest thing is that
that's how music is made.
I won't be able to get connections into the like record labels that I would want to go or gain the skills that I would want to learn because I don't want to learn them because they're not here.
Yeah.
But
you never know. You might be missing out on something, if you don't branch out.
The thing is that it's not that I'm not branching out.
Yeah.
I am definitely branching out, but the thing is that like it's so funny to me that my initial kind of direction just happened to be so close yet so far from where I was.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But now at this point I'm just trying to another thing that I'm also thinking a lot about and I haven't done a whole lot of effort yet. I haven't sat down and like actually just focused on lately is lyrics.
Yeah.
Because of course I sing rock.
But do producers have to really worry about writing lyrics?
Well, I mean,
isn't that what songwriters are for?
Well, I am the songwriter producer.
Oh, okay.
That's the kind of thing like.
So you're taking on both those roles instead of having an extra person.
With rock music versus EDM music.
Yeah.
Is my dad is huge into rock music and he always like kind of craps on electronic music because there's like program you can't do it live.
Yeah.
And I always think like you have a point there, but also at the same time, you don't have a producer. You are the producer. Mm-hmm. It's like a producer who took his own instrument and learned it.
Yeah, I understand.
So, and that's the thing is that I have to learn how to produce. I have to learn how to record. I have to learn how to write. I have to learn how to sing. Mm-hmm. All this different stuff. And I'm learning that a lot of the lyrics, my lyrical strong suit right now is, of course, the genre that I primarily focused on, which is like rock and stuff. Mm-hmm. But now I'm also having to think of, well, how do I, focus on other things? Because I'm focused way more on lyrical meter. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of, you know what meter is? Mm-hmm. So, like stressed, unstressed?
Yeah.
I'm focusing a lot on that right now because I'm trying to get it to this like a flow well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also learning that you can't just do stressed, unstressed, on and off and off and on and off.
That's crazy you said that because I wanted to be a DJ when I was younger.
Really?
But I used to DJ AA meetings. My friends' parents were in AA. So
DJ and AA meetings.
Yeah, so like they would take us to these AA meetings, and then after they would have like their little celebratory thing. And me and her used to DJ AA meetings. Yeah, I should have kept going because they loved it, and I was a good DJ, and I knew a lot of people that were like in the like not music but like dance industry, and like I knew a club owner, so I definitely could have definitely DJ'd at a club at a young age at the age of 16 and been blown up by now. But
you know what's funny is that like, you mentioned DJing and stuff. Do you know what DJs do mostly? You know what their primary role is?
What?
Tech support.
Yeah.
Because and that's one thing that I have ironically not put a lot of effort into actually doing, but by complete happenstance became really good at. Because I'll tell you the story actually right now just because of...
well, we're going to do a quick break. It's about 1 o'clock. We need to do a little quick break. I'll tell you the story
when we get back.
And yes, and then we'll lead into our words of affirmation because I feel like what you're going to say is it's going to match up with the words of affirmation for today. So I'm ChelleyRene, and you're listening to Next Now on ATL's Next 100.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if you won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if he really cares, 'cause I can't give it all away if he won't be here next year. Feeling Christmas all around, and I'm trying to play it cool, but it's hard to focus when I see him walking across the
who's to say I love you still I love you. People that they said they never trust, even if we never stayed in touch. Love is forgiveness at its core. My cousin think her grandma doesn't love her anymore. Nothing could be farther from the truth. Take the pictures of your daughter on her wall as the proof. I think she was just mad nobody told her. She thought that you was too young, but your daughter getting older. I think y'all should talk about it face to face. Forgiveness is the topic and her house is still the place. Sunday we back up at the house. Someone got an issue, they gon' have to drag us out. I know they probably feel some type of way. Someone always got something to say, but who's to say, who's to say, who's to say, who's to say she loves you still she loves you. People that we knew was quick to judge. People that will always do too much. We love is not the sanitized, romanticized soliloquy that smiles and tries to reconcile without accountability. Cause justice is the motive, and that's the thing that's missing. That's the sickness of the culture. The system that was keeping us from loving how we supposed to. The secrets that we keep to keep us comfortable and closer. The silence in the church when there was violence they would know of. It made us feel like Christ, he didn't like us, didn't know us. But this is the biggest lie the enemy done never told us. I know he was the shoulder I could hold on like a toga. When others did me bogus, I'm just looking for closure. I know that love is righteous. Love is what is happening when someone apologizes. Love is the day that the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes. Love is priceless. Love is passion. God is loving on you. God is good and God is having. God still love you. Don't believe me? Ask him. Cause who's to say? Who's to say? Who's to say? Who's to say? He loves you still. You still. That may think they aren't loved. Merry Christmas.
Hey, it's a holiday. I got foes on foes and they out of control, yo. Hey, this another way. All my hitters on go and I hope that you know it. I can't even close my eyes and I don't know why. I guess I don't like surprises. I can't even stay away from the game that I play. They gon' know us today, yeah. Hey, can I pop this? You tried to put me in the bubble, but I popped it. Switch the genre on you, do a rocket. I got the biggest song, check the charts, sis. I don't need them. They wanna know if I be last done. Even if I started flopping, that be fashion. Popping up in movies, ain't no Nazi, this ass done. Hee, I'm bad as Michael Jackson. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, it's a holiday. I got foes on foes and they out of control, yo. Hey, it's another way. All my hitters on go and I hope that you know it. I can't even close my eyes and I don't know why. I guess I don't like surprises. I can't even stay away from the game that I play. They gon' know us today. Man, I snuck into the game, came in on a horse. I pulled the gimmick, I admit it, I got no remorse. Nobody tried to let me in, nobody open doors. the next me. Hey, but I'm blessed. Hey, no flex, but my checks giving vetties. Hey, and I'm sexy. They wanna sweat me. Pop star, but the rappers still respect me. They wanna know if I be last done. Even if I started flopping, that be fashion. Popping up in movies, ain't no Nazi, this ass done. I'm bad as Michael Jackson. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, it's a holiday. I got foes on foes, and they out of control, yo. Hey, it's another way. All my hit doesn't go, and I hope that you know it. I can't even close my eyes, and I don't know why. Guess I don't like surprises. I can't even stay away from the game that I play. They gon' know us today, yeah.
Hey y'all, we're back. It's ChelleyRene, and we have the words of affirmation today. They are very, very inspiring words. I've been reading it over and over and over, and it's just sitting right with what me and Nick have been talking about for the last couple minutes. So words of affirmation today are so you must wake up every morning knowing that no promise is unbreakable, least of all promise of waking up at all. This is not despair. These are not preferences of the universe itself. Verbs over nouns, actions over states, and struggles over hope. I don't want to butcher this person's name, but I think it's Tanesis. I don't even know what I'm saying. Well, they'll just say anonymous because I don't want to ruin your name. But that words of affirmation really sat with me while I was reading it, because you do have to wake up every morning knowing it's a struggle. Like, okay, gosh, I'm getting up. It's the same routine over and over and over. But like you were saying earlier, Nick, if you don't ever try or you don't branch out, you don't know what's going to happen. Every day is different. Every day is a new day to start over, new and fresh. So I hope that I inspired some people. I hope that, Nick, you branch out with your music producing and you just give it a try and just wake up every day knowing that it's a new day. You can start over again. Whatever happened yesterday. Don't bring it into the next day. So with government now, we got a lot to talk about. We got Trump. We got people leaving the country, the state, whatever. Get out. We're ready for you to just move on to the next part of your life, which is hopefully jail, because you need to go to jail. If you guys don't know who our Attorney General is, William Barr, he resigned from his position. But on Twitter, the president, of course, said that he will be leaving before Christmas and spending holidays with his family, which I don't know how you resign and then you turn around and say, oh, he's just visiting. He's just going to go see his family. It sounds like he just quit and he's tired of Trump and he doesn't want to be there anymore. But Trump needs something and someone to hold on to keep his false narrative going. Well, while he's resigned, Deputy Attorney General Jeff Rosen will become the new active Attorney General. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know who Deputy Jeff Rosen is, but I definitely will Google him because I know he has a lot of power now. In other news, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms declined Joe Biden's offer to join Biden administration cabinet. I don't know if any of you guys have been paying attention, but he's been adding a lot of black people to his cabinet, which is good because we need black people to get in there and make change for everybody, not just African American people, but people of all races, men and women. The mayor's senior advisor, Rashad Taylor, said that the mayor's focus remains on the people of Atlanta and the great state of Georgia. Taylor said, out of respect for the process and other candidates under consideration, no additional comments will be forthcoming at this matter. So Keisha doesn't want to be in any presidential room or anything like that, which I don't blame her because you already have so much going on in Georgia and there's still things that need to be changed here before you even thinking about going to the presidency. Also, maybe she just doesn't want the same stress that Michelle Obama and Barack Obama went through. I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, the money might be good, the book deals after all of that, but he aged once he got in that office, and I don't know if I wanted to go through that either. So shout out to you, Keisha. Stay in your lane. Keep working it out for Atlanta. Move these rocks that y'all been placing under the bridge so these homeless people can have somewhere to be, because we need to fix these roads because my tires is paying for it. And so are my pockets. So the Electoral College also voted on Monday to make Joe Biden the 46th president of the United States, formalizing his victory under constitutional procedure. Nick, do you have any comments on this? Because I know you're very political. They took
Sorry
Joe.
about that.
It's okay.
I don't really. I mean, he's.
The proof is in the results.
I mean, yeah, we knew he
Yeah.
won. The only reason that they were kind of holding on is because they were maybe hoping Trump would do something kind of Trump-like.
Yeah,
And then they
which he
could say,
did.
it wasn't me, it was him.
Yeah,
I was just
which he
following
did.
his rule.
Yeah, which he did. So, I
He
mean,
finally
I don't
went
understand
away.
why we needed the Electoral College to officially announce it when it was already announced, but I understand that you had to weed out Trump's tantrum to get there, but
And
if they really wanted to make a movement, they would just go ahead and place cuffs on him and get him where he needs to be, because this is a waste of time.
I am kind of frustrated with how much Trump's radicalized a lot of America. And not even saying that he's radicalized one side or the other. He's radicalized both.
Yeah.
And I can only say that I can only say that, you know, you really can't deny that he's radicalized so many people, because his whole point was just to get people angry so that he could take advantage of that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a dragging on situation and story. I feel like it's just going on and on and on and on and on. We need a change already. Like, we just need something, because I feel like we're all just sitting in suffrage right now. And January is taking too long to get here.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for whatever Biden has planned, because it can't get any worse than this. Like,
don't say that.
To the point where I could possibly.
Don't say that, please.
I mean, for me, it can't. For me, it can't. It can. I mean, it can, but I'm not gonna allow it if I can control that part. But for the rest of the world, I know some people that do depend on this presidency for a lot of change. For me, I personally don't. But look,
that's the thing that sucks.
That's just easier to. It's easy to say that it can't get any worse than this. It's just something easy to say.
Yeah.
And I think that's why that's the first thing that popped in my head. But
it shouldn't
be. But that's just the reality of what we live in.
It shouldn't be something that we have to say, but at the same time, it should be something that we can say.
Yeah. It's just, you know.
But, you know, it's just.
There's a lot of things that need to be changed. And I really hope that they get in there while they're adding all these black people to their camp. They're actually doing stuff to help people, not just the rich, because it's.
You know what's funny to me?
It's too much.
Is that I was thinking about this the other day. The Republicans could win so many more spots in, like, you know, congressional seats. If they even pretended to care about inner city people.
Yeah.
Like, if they even pretended.
I think they forget where they come from, but a lot of people don't.
It's not even that. It's just the fact that a lot of people in very, you know, low income areas aren't voting specifically Democrat because they hate Republicans. Because they're voting Democrat because Democrats are the only ones offering to help them.
Yeah, yeah.
And if Republicans offer to help them.
But really, it's all, if you date back to history, Democrats were created by Republicans, so it's just a.
Well, I mean that goes down to the whole, you know, American politics is stupid and bad.
Yeah,
and I do not
it
like
is. It's really crazy. It's really crazy compared to other countries. We're crazy.
Yeah,
we really are.
We went from authority. You've seen those political compass memes? I always think it's kind of funny, is because a lot of people are like, a lot of Trump supporters are like, oh my God, we're a communist country now. No. And it's like the dot was up in authoritarian left and moved about 2 inches to the left, still in authoritarian left. We're a communist country. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get into another song break. And then. I mean,
before we do that, however.
What?
I did want to mention, remember how I mentioned the Amen break?
Yeah, yeah. Are you gonna play a sample for us?
Actually, I'm gonna play a little video for us real quick.
Okay, so Nick got a video for us, guys.
Yep, I do. And then I'm just gonna move us over to it. And let me turn off the smooth hip hop music. Yeah. All right. So I'll just move us over to there real quick.
Okay.
So, how'd you think about that?
That was really cool. If you guys are just now tuning in or you're a little lost, earlier we were talking about how to create music and what goes into creating music, and Nick was just giving us a sample of what an amen beat is, and I really enjoyed that. Thank you, Nick. Now that explained it, I know what it is now. I've definitely heard it before.
Yeah, I told you heard it before.
Definitely heard it before. But with that being said, we're going to go on to a little song break, and then we'll be back with Black Excellence, and then we'll wrap it up. So this is ChelleyRene, and you're listening to Next Now on ATL's Next 100.
Real hot girl.
DA got that dope.
That ain't the baby, that's my baby.
Her friends and her mom hate me. Go. Lay down on the bed, do the cry, baby. She ain't gave me none of that in a while. She had the boy waiting, I don't mind waiting. Come here. Oh, you ain't gonna respond to my text? Oh, yeah. Want me keep on my diamonds with sex? What's your name? Keisha. Key. Jasmine. Jazz. Kiera. Megan. Go. Lisa. Ashley. Sierra. Sarah. She got her hands on her knees with that in the air. Who that look player? If her friends ain't around to record it, she been over, shake that little in the mirror. Like, what I gotta do for your number? Shorty came through it there so good, I said, I ain't using no rubber. Way she make that bounce, think I love her. Got that in that mouth from her mother. Type to make your bae mad, you in trouble. NBA playoffs, this a bubble. Like, come on. Throw that back.
That ain't the baby, that's my baby.
Her friends and her mom hate me. Go. Lay down on the bed, do the cry, baby. Go. She ain't gave me none of that in a while. She had the boy waiting, I don't mind waiting. Oh, you ain't gonna respond to my text? Oh, yeah? Want me keep on my diamonds with sex? What's your name?
Real hot girl.
Lay on my stomach, toot it up, do the cry, baby. Look back, hold it open, now he annihilated. Moaning like a when he hit this. Damn, he probably wanna wear my hoodie. Choke me, spank me, look at me, thank me. If I give it to another, he'll hate me. Spit, slurp, give him that work. Feel too fast for me, not a hurt. Deeper, I need a reaper. Thought I was in trouble, how you tearing them cheeks up. Keep me a freak, who the flavor of the week. If I make up the rules, then I don't think it's cheating. Jordan, Tommy, Timothy, Gang, which might let Jonathan bring in Sarah. Tryna brag about taking my man. Ha, I needed me a off my hands. Don't like that, me like this, yeah. His friends and his dad hate me. I broke his little heart, he'll cry, baby. If I ain't let him hit the post by now, then blame if he's still waiting. I ain't even saved your number, so no, I can't reply to no text. I make him cry about the probably why my so wet.
Pull up in my hood, best dress. Next thing upgrade, who's next? Rich boy, got him on deck. Good boy, time refresh. I put my new man on a leash. Traded him out, he was just a lease. Ride around town till I leave. I gave that boy a round, spin him back to the street like la da di da di da. Yeah, I spin him back to the streets like la da di da di da. Back to the streets, so clean when I pull up to the scene. Big goals and I put that on me. What you thinking? What's good? How you feeling? I wish you would. Had to hit the Heisman on your homies. Stepping in your bad lonely. My ex used to act like he owned me. Ain't enough just to treat me like a trophy. I had that, passed that, knew I had to trash that. Bounced on his turned that boy into a flashback. I'm a 5-star with a price tag. Gotta find me somebody that can match that. Last one got on my last nerve. Made me go change my passwords. I hit the curve with that swerve. You know I get the last word. Pull up in my hood, best dress. Next thing upgrade, who's next? Rich boy, got him on deck. Good boy, time refresh. I put my new man on a leash. Traded him out, he was just a lease. Ride around town till I leave. I gave that boy a round, spin him back to the street like la da di da di da. Yeah, I spin him back to the streets like la da di da di da. to the streets, send you back to your old hood. On hood, baby, this is for your own good. I'm a player at and you knew it. Had a good time, now I'm ready for some new. Pass it to Saweetie, now you hit it through with it. There ain't really nothing else to do with it. Yeah, you know I leveled up, I can't be stopped. I wish you luck though. Consider yourself blessed. You got to fuck with the baddest. You know that I can't be capped. No, I gotta dip out. Pull up in my hood, best dress. Next gang upgrade, who's next? Rich boy, got him on deck. Good boy, time refresh. Yeah, put my new man on a leash. Straight him out. He was just a lease. Right around town till I leave. I gave that boy a run, spin him back to the street. Like da-di-da-di-da. Yeah, I spin him back to the streets like da-di-da-di-da. Back to the streets. La-da-di-da-di-da. Back to the streets. Back to the streets. La-da-di-da-di-da. Yeah. Back to the streets.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town, baby. Where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you bums, you can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't pay that songs in this party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody, it must be a victory lap. Hey, shawty come sit on my lap. Hey, they saying Drizzy just snap. This in between us is not like a store, this isn't a closable gap. Hey, I see some attack and don't end up making it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last. Whoa, sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town, baby. Where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that?
I'm in the trenches, relax. Can you not put that little boy in the club? Cause we do not listen to rest. We in Atlanta, I buy her wig. She telling me Tay is the best. Pointed that who act like a killer, but you only one from the net. I'm like the baby, I'm not just a rapper. You play with me, you gon' get stretched. Bring Drake to the hood, surround Drake round. Even though I got a case, I'ma do what it takes.
And I never been embraced, and the money's hard to make. So I bet they on their face right now. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last. Whoa, sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town, baby. Where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? When he tell the story, that's not how it went. No, they be lying 100%. Moved out of the wrist and forgot about the bed. Now they just call me to tell me come get it. Now that boy off and I don't want no credit. If it was me, they wouldn't regret it. That baby dead and now they won't get it. Yeah. Heart is still beating, my still eating. Backyard it look like the garden eating. Pillow talk with him, she spilling the tea. And then shawty came back and said she didn't mean it. It's hard to believe it. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last. Whoa, sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town, baby. Where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that?
Hey, we are back. I hope you guys love that song, Cry Baby by Megan Thee Stallion featuring DaBaby. That is my song, and yeah, it's tearing up the clubs in Atlanta right now. Even though we're not supposed to be open, we are open. In Black Excellence today, Tyler Perry donates $100,000 to Kenneth Walker's defense fund. If you don't know who Kenneth Walker is, he's the boyfriend of Breonna Taylor. He started a defense fund to help her and her family and hopefully push her case to get some justice. Like, why are we not talking about this anymore? I feel like my timeline has definitely went quiet. A lot of other people's timelines went quiet. The media definitely did, but we need to get some justice for Breonna Taylor. But shout out to Tyler Perry. You're doing great things for Atlanta. You need to start letting female writers come and write for you, because I want to write for you, Tyler Perry. Like, we need to fix these shows up, because not all black women is suffering out here. In other news, Lil Yachty is creating his own nail polish line for men and women, and he wants to break the boundaries of straight men being able to express themselves. I don't know if you guys heard the story about this young boy who was suspended from school for painting his nails black. So, and everyone knows Lil Yachty is weird. He's out there. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. He does him. And he also paints his nails. So he decided to just come out with a business to help men, women, straight men. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be gay to paint your nails. It could just be how you want to express yourself. So shout out to Lil Yachty for creating an opportunity for other black men, or just men in general. And that concludes our show today. You have any other words, Nick, you want to say to the people out there? So I've been solo today.
I'm pretty much good.
All right. Well, I hope everyone has a safe holiday and weekend, and make sure you get out there and vote for Georgia. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but Raphael Warnock is who I'm voting for. So yeah, shout out to Just Jada and Julissa. We see them tomorrow. And yeah, I will catch you later. This is ChelleyRene, and you're listening to Next Now on ATL's Next 100.